Development Officer of the United Way of the Coastal Bend, and as a board member of the United Corpus Christi Chamber of Commerce. Previously, I spent several decades in the news media, and as a newspaper publisher, I oversaw a multi-million-dollar operation with more than 100 employees. In my 31 years in South Texas, I've seen local tourism expand to more than 9 million visitors, spending more than $1.3 billion a year. Corpus Christi is host to more than 40 meetings and conventions a year, as well as a film commission, all of which will be at risk if this legislation passes, along with thousands of related jobs. South Texas is not a wealthy area. We need these jobs, and we need to encourage, not hinder, business in our area. As a South Texas business executive, I'm excited about the $50 billion investment going on along the Port of Corpus Christi, which is now the largest exporter of crude oil in the United States. Companies building plants in South Texas include Exxon, which publicly opposes this legislation. And you heard from Celanese, which has a plant in Bishop, just outside of Corpus Christi. We continue to be a top consideration for several energy-related companies, and we can't afford to give them any reason to look elsewhere. Our United Corpus Christi Chamber of Commerce opposes any bathroom legislation for that reason. We are a diverse group of 1,100 members, business women and men, conservatives and liberals, who agree that bathroom bills are bad for business and unnecessary. I'm also a fourth-generation Texan, a churchgoer, and I have voted for Democrats and Republicans. Combined, my husband and I have 5 children, and we're expecting our first grandchild later next month. Like most mothers, I have been fiercely protective of my children, but never, ever have I felt threatened in a bathroom or a locker room, and I am skeptical that the safety and privacy of women and children is the true motive behind these bills. If bathroom bills are not meant to target our transgender neighbors, then why did supporters object to an amendment excluding transgender men and women, boys and girls? Supporters claim such legislation is needed to protect women and children, that we are in danger of the opposite sex parading into our restrooms and locker rooms and somehow invading our privacy. As a woman and a mother, I say stop. Stop it. Just stop using me and my children, my future grandchildren, as a cover for this unnecessary and hurtful legislation. I can speak for myself, and as a business executive, I say these bills are bad for business. As a woman, I say I happily share bathrooms with trans women because they are women. And as a mother, I say there are already plenty of laws out there to protect our children from criminal acts. More and more Texans are speaking out against this legislation. My own parents, ages 86 and 83, live in conservative West Texas, and they oppose the bathroom bills. Like me, they know we have so many other more important issues to address. My parents raised me to be a proud Texas woman. Texas women are smart, compassionate, and strong. We are strong enough to know this is bad for business. We are compassionate enough to know this is unnecessary and discriminatory. And we are strong enough to demand to be heard. Call your legislators, call the governor, tell them you oppose any bathroom legislation. Tell them to focus on real solutions for real problems, and tell them that we, the women of Texas, will not be used as cover for this bad legislation.